Hi everyone, I'm Alorela. Welcome to a speed build. Today I'm building a lot from this game that I played, and well, I still have it. I still play it occasionally. This is kind of geeky, but I played this game called Tales of Symphonia, and I've been playing it since I was like, I don't know, 10. It's like a JRPG kind of a game. It's a little corny. It's really cute. And one of the houses at the very beginning of the game that you find is Colette's house, one of the characters. And it's a super cute house in this little village. I really like the house, and I've always kind of wanted to recreate it. So I decided to go for it, and this is what I did. I wanted to include the stairs going up to the house. I'm gonna jump over to the the shell. I messed around and shifted the landscaping and the shape of it around so much that it's just easier to just kind of jump here. I also kind of am going through and skipping the debug because I got lost in debug during this build, and I just, it's kind of like when you go like CC shopping, like custom content, and you just kind of keep looking. I do that, but with debug, and I'll get distracted just seeing what's in debug. It really helps to filter things out by pack, but even then, it still can kind of end up being a lot, because I'll start thinking about something, like imagining something in my head. Like I'm trying to find a better arch to go, right at the stairs, at the top of them. But I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of arch in debug that is nice and made out of like wood, so it's pretty looking. But I don't think I find it yet. It's just kind of, I'm pretty sure I changed that. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, debug is like really nice to have, but I wish there was a better way to navigate it. But then again, getting distracted looking at stuff in debug it's not really a bad thing. I kind of enjoy it. It just kind of, I get distracted doing it. And it'll end up taking so long. Okay, so, it doesn't really need to be perfect, but I do want to get, like, the main features, and especially the ones that I really like the well. We do have a well. I'm thinking maybe we'll use a lot of cottage living, of course. So, those are appropriate windows for this kind of house. So the thing with this house is that it's in the game it's weird. It's not really realistic. It's like 3 people live here but only 1 bedroom. But it's not a huge deal here. So this is still gonna be a 1-bedroom house. It's kind of like a, well, I don't know if it's more expensive for a starter home, but it's really good for like 1 sim. But I don't think it counts as a tiny home. Well, I don't know, it might. Tiny homes can be kind of big. When you go through the micro home, and then you go through tiny home, and then is it just small home? It might be a good size for a small home. I'm not sure. I didn't check. I should have done that. That would have been nice. But yeah, I was kind of drawn to the Halloween pack, the spooky pack wallpaper. The way it looks so faded. I'm not really going for spooky, but I just imagine in real life it's probably very like, well, not worn down. Well, I guess worn down is kind of what I'm trying to say. It's probably not extremely pretty like, but it is pretty in its own way. I do want to get some kind of like awning above that. Oh, I don't know if awning is the right word. It's something green above the door. I think like that. I don't know. It's cute. I'm not sure what packs I really get to use here. I feel like I don't use very many, but I probably, when I get to decorating, I probably use a ton. Because every time I start decorating with plants, I just go crazy. And I'll use a plant from every pack. But yeah, just add a little bit of details here. I was kind of on the fence about the color of the wood. It seems too dark, but I don't know. I couldn't really get a good match to go with the game. At least I felt like I wasn't. So I just kind of went with it. It's a rustic charm, I guess. I think I'm gonna change the fence. I really like the wood texture on the snowy escape fences. It's so pretty. I want to get a swatch that's slightly different. But that's such a pretty arch to have right there. Maybe let's just get everything. I feel like that works. I'm gonna need to get a different arch, but I'm gonna put that there for now so I don't forget that I need that. And then maybe we'll have, I feel like there's a little bit of a wooden floor beside the door. Not totally sure. I mean, I'm not going for exact. It's just kind of inspired by, very, very loosely inspired by. But I feel like it kind of, like if you saw this, you might recognize it from the game. Maybe I think it's doing that. You might vaguely recognize it. But I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, it'd be so pretty. Do I use that? That is such a pretty fence. The one from Get Together where it has, I don't know what you call that. There's probably a specific word for that style fence. See how it's got the top piece with the vines? It's so pretty. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of flowers and plants on this build. I know that there's kind of like a lot of them on the second floor, but it doesn't look like there's a door. It looks like it's just a window, so I'm thinking they might have to like climb out of the window to get to the flowers. But they're just there for looks, so it's not a huge deal. I was trying to like add some details onto the building on the exterior. I think I delete most of it. Oh, this is the arch I was looking for. It's not quite as pretty, but it does have like a good shade of brown. And I mean, it is pretty too, just not in like a sweet light kind of way. It's rustic, but I like it. But maybe we can add some ivy climbing up on the house, make it look like it's a little whimsy, maybe a little bit like not extremely taken care of. I mean, I feel like people would probably try to not let their house get covered, and I feel like that. I don't know. I think it's really pretty. I'm trying to get like the ivy look on the roof. So this is kind of what I was experimenting with. I don't think I keep this. But just kind of raise it up above here and have it kind of hanging down. I don't know. I do that with builds a lot, but it kind of wasn't what I was going for here. I'm doing some landscaping, just some wild grass poking out so it doesn't look perfect. I was thinking about doing this to the roof. I don't know. I was just trying to make it look like the picture. It was experimental. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad. It's a little awkward, but I mean, yeah, it looks a little awkward, but I do change that. I totally forget. There's a roof from the werewolf pack, I'm pretty sure, that has a worn down look to the roofing, which is what we need to make it look like a picture. I think there's a lot of like in the game, the way the art style is, there's a lot of like grass poking out like that, so I tried to include that in the landscaping. I kind of go rogue with the landscaping and just start putting flowers and bushes everywhere, just so it looks pretty, kind of adding my own touch to it a little bit and making it look pleasant still. We do need some trees. So I started building on this lot, but it's not really built specifically for this lot in Henford or whatever. So I mean, I think this could probably go good. Maybe and even like Windenburg in the foresty area. So the fact that I'm building over here, it's just kind of the random spot that I found, because it's a pretty small lot. But this is the perfect opportunity to use the horse ranch pack. Use those barrels. Just kind of putting some clutter over here. I think there's some clutter in the picture too, but I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. I think there's barrels, so we're just kind of going with that. I think I'm looking for some kind of just some clutter to put up here. Lots of plants. These are I kind of want to change that and like use the move objects to make everything kind of not so perfectly straight. Make it look a little more cluttered. But I don't think I really use move objects on this house. I don't think so. Well, no, I do a little bit, but not too much. Over here, I was thinking about adding some of these barrels. I feel like a lot of the outside I actually end up changing. I didn't realize how much I would go back and change. I just kept finding really cute things that I wanted to add. There's so many things in the horse ranch pack that I like, and it would go really well in a house of this style, so there's so many possibilities, and I wanted to make sure I covered everything. Maybe we could use one of those. Is that functional? I think I've been building with this pack more than I've ever played it. I just really like the furniture mostly. But that might be functional and it could be useful. Okay, so this is what I have so far for the exterior. The reason why we had that kind of awkward pause is because I had to turn the game all the way off and I came back the second day. So I'm doing this now with a fresh set of eyes. So I think this is when I change all of the things that I was just talking about. First, I'm doing some little landscaping touches. What is that? The terrain paint, yeah. Just making it look realistic, or, well, I guess realistic is probably not the word for it. Making it look like the video game. But yeah, this game was, it was something I played a lot when I was a kid. It was a little bit embarrassing. Me and my brother used to fight over this game because we used to share a GameCube. We played it on the GameCube, and we would have to take turns playing the GameCube. And even when we got our own GameCubes and we had our own TVs in our own room, we still fought over it because we just had one of each game. But yeah, anyways, landscaping. I went a little bit more simple. I mean, it still has a good bit going on, just not like a huge variety of things happening. The last time I built a build similar to this, like from this game, this is the second one I've built. I built a different house of a different place from this game, Tales of Symphonia, like 2 years ago, and I went with a different style. It was inspired by it, and I made it have like a lot of intense landscaping and a lot of flowers and like these really big sunflowers out in the front yard. It's really cute, but it's kind of like playful, and I mean, if you saw it and you knew it in the game, you'd probably see it and, recognize it. But it's not built to look exactly like it. It's definitely inspired by, But this one, I would still say it's inspired by it, but it looks more similar to the original. I put a little bit more effort in making it simple so that it would be like it. I say that, but then I also added a balcony in the back because I thought it looked cool. So I can't help it. I can never make anything look exactly. Sometimes I see people build things and they have like the inspiration photo and it's like exact, and it's like, wow, how did you make that in this game? But for me, it's like I can't even like attempt to go for exact because I just need to, I don't know, I'm not precise enough. I have to just be inspired by the image, which kind of ends up creating interesting looking things. It's fun. So this is the upstairs bedroom. In the game, you kind of go upstairs and it's like the teenager's bedroom. That's why it's a little bit weird, because it's like her parents live here and her grandma lives here. Where are they sleeping? But I think it just doesn't show us. But I mean, I guess you could have built this and made it a little bit bigger and added more bedrooms, but I don't know. I wanted to keep it simple. She does have this really cute looking table in the center of her room with a single chair at it and a tea set, and it's really cute looking, and I end up doing that here too, and I don't know, it looks really cute. But yeah, pretty much everything here, I did take inspiration from what I could remember of her bedroom. I don't know why I specifically remember this bedroom so so well, but I know there's like, a bookshelf and a vanity. I feel like it's pretty accurate to it. I mean, it's not exact, of course, but the same kind of objects are in the room. It's not positioned exactly as it is but in the game, but just kind of tweaking it. It's cute though. Look at that pink mirror. I don't think I've ever used that pink mirror, and that is so pretty. And we have that cottage living table with the pattern on it. That's kind of something weird that I never use either, but it's really cute, and I'm really glad that I used it. Unless I change it. Do I change that? I don't think I do. I think I keep that. I really like it. If I change that, I wish I'd kept it the same. It looks like I'm gonna keep it. Oh my goodness. It's been so long since I've built this. I haven't done the voiceover in a while I think these videos with the speed builds are usually ending up being like 30 minutes or so. So I gotta make sure I have a good 30 minutes, even like 45 minutes or even an hour to make sure I can do the voiceover. There's lots of good plans with laundry day. Nifty knitting. Trying to figure out how many packs I used. It doesn't seem like I've used very many for the furniture, but now I keep looking at all these plants I'm putting, and I'm just going wild. And I haven't even done the outside. The outside, what I have now, I completely change, and I add just pots of flowers and plants everywhere. See, I'm changing it. Oh no, this is gonna be intense. Because I wanted to use tall plants, and I just didn't pay attention to whatever pack I was using. I was just like hyper fixated on getting plants that were green and tall and would stand over the fence, and having a variety, so there would be just a ton of them. I had no idea that plant from Dine Out, I didn't know it had a swatch that looked like that, and that's a really cool swatch. It kind of looks like a barrel, maybe. Sorta. It looks way different compared to the other swatches. I don't use that plant very much, so I've never noticed that before. I really love the plants when they're grouped together like that. It's so cute. And I couldn't help it. I had to have a few plants with flowers, because we have a lot of green plants over here, but I wanted to add a little bit of color. I think that's something that is kind of lacking in this build, but there wasn't really a whole lot of color in the image, so I didn't want to stray too far. But I mean, there is a bit of color from the flowers and the various pots, the flower pots. But yeah, this is where I scrapped the idea of the exterior pots, and I just kind of start taking things I did at the top and putting it downstairs. But I do keep the plants that I was using. Maybe I really hope I switch up those. Okay, I do. Just so we have a variety, nothing too different from each other, but I want it to look different. Being able to make the items smaller and bigger is one of the most useful things in The Sims as far as building goes. It's something I didn't know we could do for a long time, and when I realized I can do it, I just do it all the time. It makes it I don't know, just you're able to make things look way different when you're able to make it smaller or bigger. Anyways, over here, this is the outhouse. I would absolutely love it if we had just an object that was an outhouse, like a real one, like a wooden shack looking one. That kind of function like the bathroom stalls do, but it's like a little teeny tiny outhouse. That would be really neat. Or even like a functional porta potty. I mean, it might not look super cute, but just kind of having something like that can just like be a toilet, you know? And you just have your sim step into it and use it. Because this works, you know, having a little outhouse like that, just like 2 tiles. But it always looks a little bit bulky and a little bit awkward. Well, first of all, there's not really a good outhouse door. And then when you do the roof, it kind of, like it looks too big. Whenever you think of an outhouse, you kind of imagine something really small. See, now it's kind of really wide, but then if you make it too short, I don't know, it looks a little off to me. Okay, this is when I got really excited. I remembered that the werewolf pack had that roofing that has like the green on it, and yeah, and that looks like the picture. At least I think it does. I feel like it does. It's pretty good. But you know, we might as well like make the outside area really nice. I mean, I know it's like the idea is that it's this is probably a good house to be functional off the grid maybe, and just it's rustic with an outhouse and everything, but I still want it to look pretty. So I want to have a pretty outhouse. You know what I mean? I want it to be surrounded by flowers and a beautiful dirt path that you take to get to your outhouse. What dirt did I use? I think that's that seems to be what I had outside in the front yard. Just kind of wrapping that around. I don't know if you can walk around well, but the stairs are there to make it look like you can. Well, I'm pretty sure you can. Your sim can probably. Not that side, but the other side, they can probably walk around. Okay, I finally turn on the move objects cheat. I've been trying to build without it on, just so I don't make any mistakes. A lot of times I'll turn it on and then I'll put something in a spot where it won't be functional. So everything should be pretty good here, since I didn't use the cheat until this point. But yeah, I included this really big table just because it reminded me of the game. There's not really much going on at this house in the game, except for at the beginning where you walk in and everyone's having like a meeting in here, and it's just a big table, lots of people sitting down. Well, not lots, but you know what I mean. So I kind of recreating that here. What a big table. That table is so pretty. I love that table. I think what is that from? It's really pretty. I was considering putting a piano in here. I have no idea why. I like the way it looked, but it kind of takes up a lot of space and seems awkward, so I end up changing that. And just kind of putting lots of little hutches and tables. I feel like there would be a lot of like little places to put for storage to put things. And right here is a cozy little nook with a pink chair to go with the pink bedroom, right beside the fire. But yeah, I bring some of those plants that are outside, bring them inside, so we have a little bit more going on. The interior of this build, I really like it. It's simple, it doesn't have a whole lot going on, but it's got like a cozy vibe, you know? And I used a lot of pink, which was exciting. I didn't go too crazy on clutter. I mean, it's just a few things kind of laying around, just so, you know, we have a variety of things to look at. Those are the clay pots from the Business and Hobbies pack. I haven't played that pack a whole lot. I really need to go and play it. I've been doing so much building lately. But you can make things with clay, I'm pretty sure. And that would be awesome. I don't know if I need to check debug. I didn't notice any new pots in debug. Maybe I overlooked it. Because I mean, usually the stuff you can craft, you'll find in debug. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I even saw any, but I wasn't actually looking for any, so I could have easily overlooked it. Let's get some lighting in here. It's so warm and cozy. I love the way that light looks in this build. I also want to use candles. Like, that is such a pretty candle. Maybe we just kind of put those in the corner. It kind of gives me, like, I don't know, medieval vibes or something. It's really pretty. But look at this bedroom. It's so cozy. Candles everywhere. I love the way the candles look. I love the lighting. We should probably put something in the bathroom. But yeah, there we go. I think I'm doing a few. Yep, there it is. That is Colette's house from Tales of Symphonia. Heavily inspired by. Anyways, thanks for watching. I super appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you have an enchanting rest of your day. Bye.